Hey folks, it's Matt once again, and this time I'm doing a request that one is named Shadow Pimp 2500. He requested a few films, but unfortunately I'm only going to get to one, at least right now. Maybe sometime down the road, but I can at least do one. I know he wanted Tron, some others, but the one he wanted was 48 Hours. And I'm like, okay, I can do that, 48 Hours. So this is for Shadow Pimp. And what can I say about 48 Hours? The first film that Eddie Murphy did. They had thought maybe they would only get Gregory Hines, Richard Pryor. Also, you have Nick Nolte, and they tried for Clint Eastwood. They tried for Jeff Bridges. They tried for a lot of stuff. Mickey Rourke. And the film is basically you have, in the beginning, the chain gang. And your bad guy is James Remar, who is a hell of a lot better here than fucking Mortal Kombat Annihilation. A lot better here. And Sonny Landham, from SonnyLandham.com. I mention that because if you go to SonnyLandham.com, his website, you hear his laugh. Ha ha ha. Hello, this is Sonny Landham. Welcome to SonnyLandham.com. He actually says that. But of course you know him from Predator, he was the bad guy in Firewalker. Sonny Landham's been in a ton of stuff. And it was directed by Walter Hill. Now basically what I'm doing, I'm clicking on all the films he's been in. I mean, he's directed a lot of solid flicks. Of course, he worked on writing on the Alien films, which I still blame him from Alien 3, to be truthful. But, I mean, I don't think he's directed too much recently, but, of course, Southern Comfort, which I like, The Warriors, Streets of Fire, Brewster's Millions, Red Heat, Last Man Standing with Bruce Willis, which is one I like. But the film, basically, Nick Nolte is a cop, and he's looking for James Remar and Sonny Landham, because one thing leads to another. He's with a few cops. Nick Nolte has to give up his gun. James Remar kills a friend of his, another cop, and he wants on the case. And the only person who knows is this convict named Reggie Hammond, played by Eddie Murphy. And he has him for 48 hours to find Gans, the bad guy, and pretty much stop him. And 40 hours, I mean, it's hard to talk about a classic. 40 hours, it works because it's done in a, I don't want to say gritty way, but you believe everything that happens. Like, if the action scene happens, it's not too over the top. You have some good little beats of action, including like they're in a car. The bad guys are on the bus. I like the way like the camera shot from behind as they're trying to shoot at the bus. But what really works the most is these two guys and the dialogue they have. The dialogue in this film is fantastic. And from what I understand, a lot of it was improvised. Which, if that's the case, then they deserve a big applause. I mean, this is Eddie Murphy's his first film, so you could tell he had a lot of energy. Like, a lot of fire, like he had something to prove, which I wish Eddie Murphy would do that again in a movie. And the dialogue here is very blue, meaning it's very blue. I mean, they talk about rednecks, and they use the N-word, and I'm not gonna say it, but then Nolte will freely call, Watermelon Head, and like they're just very blue with the dialogue. And it's not that I like that kind of dialogue, because it made me sound racist. It's just, I don't know, it made you believe more of the tension between the two. Like, wow, he actually said that to this guy, and he actually said that to this guy, but yet you still buy that they actually start liking each other and become friends. And this is without a doubt one of the best buddy cop films. I mean, I never know whether it's this or Tango Cash, which is my favorite. I mean, Tango Cash I love because it's Stallone and Kurt Russell. But I can never tell if 48 Hours or Tango will be my favorites. But 48 Hours is definitely one of the best Eddie Murphy films. And 1982 was when it was made. But I love the film. You also have, what's the guy's name? He plays Luther. He was also in The Warriors. David Patrick Kelly. He was in Dreamscape, The Warriors. Warriors, come out and play. That guy. His name's Luther. And they go to meet him. He pulls a gun and then Nolte. And when he's running out, Eddie Murphy hits him with the door and goes, "Hey, Luther! That looked like you heard. It looked like you heard when you ran into it." Like some of you get to see where they get to the bar, and Eddie Murphy's trying to prove to Nolte, you need to. Oh, bullshit experience? Why don't you come and watch my bullshit? And get some info, and our guy says, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" And he goes, "I'm your worst fucking nightmare." Get him out, the N-word. With a badge, which means I have permission to kick your ass whenever the fuck I feel like. Or like, "Hey, you loaded. Fuck's this? Tax refund. Bullshit. You're too fucking stupid to have a job." See, it's a lot of fire. Like, the dialogue between here is the best. I mean, like then Nolte says something like, "This sucks, some man gets a hold of my gun, runs over the street killing people with it. Instead of being out with my girl, giving the high hard one, I'm out here doing this shit. We're around the streets with an overdressed charcoal colored loser like you." Or like, "Oh, there's your goddamn dinner," and gives him a candy bar. It's like, fuck you. Or they go to these the bad guy's girlfriends, and one of the girlfriends is actually Denise Crosby, who would be Tasha Yar in Star Trek Next Generation, among others. And Eddie Murphy almost gets hit by a bat, and Casey's like, "What the hell you think you're doing, huh? May I knock you out?" And you have also another sequence where they finally start to get into a fight. Before that, this is the dialogue. "You've been dicking me around since we started this turd hunt." Like, no one really talks like that anymore, but it's like fun dialogue that just you buy, because you buy that people talk like that. And the fights that they have between each other is hilarious because, they're both getting their ass kicked, and Eddie Murphy knocks Nolte back and he trips. Like, "You little fucker!" Just pushes Eddie Murphy in the door. "You pushed me in the fucking garbage!" I just really have a lot of fun with this movie. I thought it's fast paced. The chemistry, it's hard. You can't make chemistry. You just gotta have it. And these two have the chemistry, and the fire, and the raw blue dialogue, and the bad guy. When people got shot, they got shot with, red with practical bullet squibs. Like when Nolte finally lets Eddie Murphy get some poontang, he's like, "Well, I'm not gonna brag. I should get my dick bronze." It's just, the dialogue here is just a lot of fun. You have another scene where they're waiting because Eddie Murphy realizes that they want this money that Eddie Murphy had from back in the day when he had worked with James Remar and they had stolen his money. And David Patrick Kelly has to get the car out, and they have to wait in the morning for the place to open. And Eddie Murphy's sleeping in the back. He's like, "Jeb, tell me a story." "Fuck you." Oh, that's one of my favorites. this is a lot of fun. You have it's really nice when you buy that the buddy cop actually are becoming friends. Like, you have the boss is Frank McRae, who was in Lockup. He was the boss to Arnold, Last Action Hero. He's giving shit to Nolte, and also giving shit to Eddie Murphy. And then Nolte sticks up for him. So let me tell you something, this is, more guts than any partner I ever had. Just 'cause you say it don't mean nothing. It don't mean shit to me. Doesn't make it true. No, fucked up. Just 'cause you say it doesn't mean it's true. It don't mean shit to me. And even Eddie Murphy sticks up for Nolte, so you really buy that they like each other. And basically, by the end, they go back to the girlfriend's place. They find Eddie Murphy. He's holding the gun. He's like this, so he's never really done this before. But Sonny Landham gives him no choice, so he shoots Sonny Landham. And you have the racing where, he grabs Eddie Murphy, James Remar, and, then Nolte, boom, hits him right in the shoulder. And of course, Gans can't shoot on the shoulder because he's dead. And Eddie Murphy pumps bullets in him, and Eddie Murphy tries to steal his lighter. He's like, "Can I have my lighter back, Reggie?" And they have the other great song, "The boys are back in town." I'll probably just end the review here because it's just me lollygagging around. 40 hours. It's a simple plot, but the look of the film is kind of low key, and the fact it's action scenes never get over the top. They never get spectacular, so you kind of believe this film could happen. And those two guys just work so well together, and the dialogue is so blue and so natural, free-flowing, energetic, that it's a very funny film and just a solid flick. So that's 40 hours, and since I'm doing that, I might as well review the sequel, another 40 hours. So stay tuned for that, and take care.